Okay. Hello. I am alive. Good to see you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. In this little let's play of Path of Exile 2, I am trying my best to get somewhere in this game. Because I enjoyed it thus far. It's just a nice dopamine-filled game. But I will say that I'm actually getting more and more invested in it as I play along. Also, I'm tired of World of Warcraft for a bit. Not because I'm critical of the game, just because I've had enough for a while. So, yeah, every time I have that, I tend to play like these filler games, and they've always been ARPGs. Ever since I think Diablo 3 was actually Diablo 3 was a main game of mine. I think Grim Dawn was a filler game. At least it started out as that, but that actually did a lot. So hi, this is me noobing around in Path of Exile 2. I'm not a experienced ARPG player, but I do enjoy myself playing it. So this is the Mercenary, and I'm in, I think, the tail end of Act 3, and I just had a great week. I had a busy week, a work week, but last weekend I managed to finish both Alan Wake 2 and Dark Souls 3 back to back. And I'm just really happy, because Alan Wake 2 was just so inspiring to me, and so was Dark Souls 3 again. Revisiting that game was such a thrill, because you just realize how deep those games are. And not to jump ahead of things, but I've actually been contemplating creating a horror campaign where a guy sort of travels between worlds, and I'm thinking of using 2 rule sets for that one, and I'm also thinking of sort of having a Alan Wake 2 kind of world, sort of a Stephen King artistic horror world, as it were, and then these From Software kind of worlds. But I'm actually thinking it's going to be a mix of things, so it's partly going to be like sci-fi heavy metal, and then also a little bit of Dark Souls heavy metal, and then maybe I'll try and play some Silent Hill as well, although I'm really squeamish, but that might be cool. Was that a jaguar? It sounded like he walked like a jaguar. Alright, so here we are, and I had to act a little bit at work, which was really fun. It actually sort of, it's odd. It made me feel pretty fulfilled as is, because acting sort of feels the same way as getting a lot of views online, but it's a different, more real feeling. You kind of see the glimmer in the eyes of people that just seek escape or something. I suppose that's my goal in all this. I don't want to matter too much. Things I say don't matter for shit, but if I can get some form of escapism, make people forget about their worries for a bit, I like that. I like that idea. I like having that role. So that's what I'm doing here. It's just fun to see people needing an escape. It's a strange feeling. I've never really considered that people might enjoy the fact that I offer them escapism. Which, with D&D you do as well, and with these video game talks and shit. It doesn't have to be bigger than that, really. Come on, man. Get it. Yeah. So the combo with this guy right now is I load up on galvanic shards and permafrost bolts, and every once in a while I trap the guys. So what happens there is that I tend to freeze them like this, and then they block the road, hopefully, like that. His fire seems to really fuck this up, although his weakness does seem to be frost. Oh yeah, there you go. And then from here, I shoot them with the shock bolts. Okay, like that. So in that sense, this channel can serve some escapism for you guys, I hope. So yeah, this is me, Moon and Serpent. I'm just blasting through some Path of Exile. I'll be playing the D&D session in the background. This channel in many ways is a testament of trying to combine family life, work, and other responsibilities with my video game and D&D obsessions. And I'll say this, by God, I'm quite inspired to pursue this. Like, last weekend, as I played those games back to back, I realized how much I actually love video games. And I also like the way I play them, because I'm actually setting up a far more simple way of playing them so that I don't have to spend too much time on it and still get some creativity out of it. Okay, this guy is dangerous. He's shooting volatile plants. Oh, he is a problem. Oh shit. Let's freeze him up first. Miss. Yep, got him. Whoa, those plants are just spawning. Okay. Got him. Interesting little fella, isn't he? This seems to do a lot more. No, doesn't do that much. Keep shooting the trap. Seems to work. Doesn't block him though. Does do a lot of damage. Go on. Well, just time those volatile plants. There's another one over there. Can't have that. Good. Alright, that did him in. Go on. Oh shit! Alright, anyway, I suppose I should play that episode that we left off of last time. Probably have to write down the number of this episode. I think it's... Is it 31? I think it is. Let's have a look. We are at... let's see here. We are at episode 30. That's so cool. with Grimdark. D&D in the background. Episode 30. Nice. Alrighty. Let's continue. And allow me to play the episode for a bit. Enjoy. I'll turn down the sounds in the game so that you can listen to my players. Maybe we can do some bookkeeping. Dear Eldenesh,
yes.
What is it that you are doing? Where are you going?
That's a very good question. I suppose, I mean, if he was supposed to have a domain of his own, he would probably head there first. Otherwise, it's Magica and Remedies.
Yeah, you haven't heard anything from you inheriting that thing.
Yeah, right. Well, in that
I mean,
case,
wouldn't Eldonesh's domain be the Streets of Woe? That's how doom and gloomy
Whoa,
is.
man.
that's a bit too on the nose.
It's too obvious.
Very well. To Magic and Remedies it is.
Yes. Just to purvey and, I mean, yeah, he's all about finding new magical artifacts and things that could be of use, I figure.
Yeah, very well. And when you're there, Atrelus Whitman walks up to you. It says, Voitse, we have a problem.
I assume Eldanesh doesn't know this person since earlier, so he looks at him, just unsure why he's approaching him.
And he's sort of taken aback. He says, "Oh right, you don't remember me. Well, I'm Atrelus Whitman. I was the chief advisor of Seljan and Alex, the persons that rescued you. And given that the two of them are now gone, I suppose it befalls on you and I to maintain the League of Blades. How are you holding up?"
As he presents this situation to Eldanesh, he kind of looks down, contemplates it all, and just comes to the conclusion, oh, actually that might be the case. Damn. I suppose it befalls to us now, yes? Apologies for not remembering you. There has been a few eventful last few days.
And he sort of holds up his hands and sort of waves at the bay and says, "Oh, yes, no, water under the bridge. I suppose I have a forgettable face. Say, it appears that Commander Lane wishes to speak to us. Surely he wants to recruit our faction, but I suppose it's best if we make sure that we do deals with him without being too much of a part of his faction, if that makes sense. Just so you know, the Seneschal Palace, right over there," and he points to the back of you, and through all the spires and archways, you see a ridiculous, sort of pocket fortress within the fortress, known as the Seneschal Palace. He says, "Yes, Lord Dysel Fitter has acquainted himself over there. Not sure what that means, but so would you like a servant of us to announce you as we go to the proceedings?
I suppose that might be the best for now. I have no inherent titles as of yet, and no, let a servant do it.
And a random servant comes up to you and says, "Oh, right. So you are the son of whom, sir?"
Does that matter?
No, of course not. Of course not. Apologies, my liege. I should not have. I presumed. Is there any? Do you have a planet that you hail from, oh my liege?
Out of game question. Where the hell do I hail from? Now again.
So if you're an elf, that will be the Orus Midden system or the Conduit Grove system. But most elves are extinct, so those are essentially the only two places where there's some modicum of presence regarding the elves.
Were any of these areas, I mean, under the enslaved before, so to say, given his backstory? Like,
yeah, a couple, but the last elves had different phages, and most elves herald from those. And if you give him your details, he will do the rest. But for what it's worth, you come from the Conduit Grove, and you were part of the Jade Phage.
yes, that sounds good.
All right, cool. And then the servant says, see, word has it that you have powers, as it were. Powers that involve the future, the void. Could you describe what you have seen so that I can maybe write that into your title?
Must I say the one word that keeps popping up?
Assuming that one word is doom.
Doom!
He's-
Lord Eldernash, Doomseer.
He stops himself from saying it. I mean, call me Farseer, I suppose.
Farseer, very well.
And you are correct. Those are some of my abilities for the time being.
Very well. Thank you. So, you guys are being guided towards a meeting room, and Eldenesh and Thurbrak, you see each other, and I suppose your first inclination is just to, I don't know, Thurbrak, what do you think of Eldenesh after the couple of adventures you've had with him?
What do I think of old Eldernash? I mean, he's not got any negative thoughts about him, I would say. He is probably just think he's a little weird with all the doomsaying. It's like, it's not that bad. Even though we have nearly died multiple times in that one battle, which was quite dire. No, I don't suppose he would have ever met an elf before today, if they're so rare. I think Aldenesh is probably the first of his kind that he has met.
Right.
And I'm assuming there are, or there would be sort of like various exaggerated tales about elves that just like eternal beings that roam around the cosmos, their dislike of vampires, wielding strange powers. So he's probably sort of working a bit off of the rumours and comparing it to what Eldenash has shown so far.
Right. Very good. And Eldenesh, you see Thurbrak with a whole host of people around him. Most noteworthy is Commander Ling, who you definitely know because Seldrin spoke with him quite often. How do you view Thurbrak?
From above.
Got him.
Nice.
It's a short joke because you're the dwarf and not insecure about his height at all.
Take a Benny, I laughed.
just you wait until I get that power armor. Then we'll see who's the tall one.
You'll all see that.
You'll see. Because I'm gonna end up like the guy that built Killdozer, which is a reference you may not get, because I think it's a very UK specific thing.
Well, I think Eldenesh concerns Thurbrak to be... I mean, he's been dependable so far. He's been doing well in every encounter and fight we've had so far. Now, Eldenesh... I mean, dwarves have their reputation and stereotypes about them too. And, I mean, so far, Thurbrak has been short, grumpy, and loud.
Alcoholic.
So, well, there are worse, trust me. So he sees him as competent and dependable in one way, but he's also working through, just like Thurbrak. What kind of a dwarf is he? Well, so far he's been kind of a dwarf. But he has
Thurbrak, a dwarf's dwarf.
I would say on the scale, he is not indifferent. He's above that level right now. He has a modicum of respect for him.
Alright.
Only a modicum, though. Let's not go too far.
Yes.
I think you're barely sentient. Congratulations.
You have usefulness to an extent.
I can make use of you.
So, as you regard each other, it doesn't fail to notice that your entire entourage is sort of into a formation. So the whole is almost church-like, and there are these massive stones, and the people that are around you sort of situate themselves, and the Lord Warwick says to the servant, announce him. And so a servant, or rather a crier, walks up in front of you, and he says, I hereby present Thurbrak Broadstone, member of the Mercenary Kingdoms, all that may describe him in the ages of fire and ruin, he who carved a path, writ in blood, vessel of divine will. The bell tolls, on earth, the seneschal of the oldest flame. And you can say something now.
Greetings, all. I'm glad that you could all gather here for such a momentous occasion as the start of our grand voyage. Now, the mighty ship we are on has been activated. Our journey can begin in full. And it is up to us to complete our duties as the appointed seneschal and guide our noble soul to its destination.
And you see Atrilus Whitman, Eldenesh, sort of egging on one of his criers. Announce him! He says, I hereby announce Eldenesh, Farseer of the Conduit Grove, Hailer of Oros Midden, Pershmancer, Healer of the Jade Phage, Vessel of Divine Will, flesh infused with celestial might, heaven nor hell cannot sate his hunger, for he sees. And as he says sees, he sort of holds out his hand to you, Eldenesh, issuing you to speak.
Well, first of all, that was not what was mentioned.
Is that what you say?
Yeah, you just turn around and start
Yeah, we didn't talk
roasting
about
the
this.
crier. Just really ripping into them.
I was about to be like, hey, nice glaze.
No, I think Eldenish looks at the crier, you know, as in like, are you serious? And then he will step forward. And I think Eldenish is not much for these things, so he will probably say something like, these titles and these descriptions mean nothing to me. I skim, what's the word I'm looking for? I see
What-
the
what?
skims of fate. I tread the various possibilities of the future. My titles will depend on the coming of the future and fate. I, like Thurbrek, am here for a reason, and only the future will show my reason for being here.
Let the meeting commence. And essentially what is happening, the group is gathered together, and the meeting involves how we are going to put everyone in its proper place within the fortress. Now, everything is being asked of you as well, and everything is essentially being translated to you, given that you guys are not from this echelon, which may seem a little bit I suppose Eldenesh would call it pretentious, perhaps even. But suffice to say that you guys now have the ability to completely change where every person is seated. The only thing is that the seneschals need to be set in a palace. So he's a seneschal, he's a seneschal, she's a seneschal, and Thurbrek is a seneschal. So they all need one of the palaces, and the only person that you have absolutely no control over is Nisha on Altheim. And I mean, it would take a meeting or two to actually move the God King away.
I feel like for someone called the God King, they are probably not used to being told what to do.
No, exactly.
Okay. Well, I guess Thurbrek would go to the third Seneschal Palace, since that's the only one that looks to be unoccupied. Is there a difference between the palaces?
It's a foothold for anything that's near to you. So for you, it would be the Wending Mists, Gorky Chum Chum.
Yes.
And you're relatively close to the Magicka remedies. So there's that.
So the Wending Mists were the protection against the demons as we travel through.
Yeah.
Not the warp.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. So I control the defense systems of the ship that allow us to travel through space, relatively close to Magic Land, and most
Groggy
importantly, the Groggy Chum Chum, where everyone kicks back and relaxes.
Yeah.
Perfect. I feel like I'm in the ultimate seat of power, especially with the Groggy Chum Chum.
Very well. Do you take your mercenary friends with you?
I don't see why not.
Very well. And what will they keep? Which one of them runs the Gorky Chum Chum? Which runs the defense systems?
Fuck, I have to give them jobs. Hang on, let me. So who's that? So it's Jade Trinsdale,
Yeah.
third wife of Mornath. Who's Mornath?
Mornath is the robot wizard who used to be an
Oh, that
evil
guy.
wizard. Yeah.
That guy who I don't like because
Yeah.
he's based off the person that enslaved the dwarves.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know if they can be given the honor of controlling the Groggy Chum Chum. What would they do? I mean, is there a difference between who I assign to what? Are they better at certain activities, or is it literally just based on how much I trust them?
If you put them somewhere and you are aligned with that faction, then you can get a discount. And if you enter a place where you are not friendly with said faction, you'll have to pay extra. Also, if anything happens within the within Valor Hold, then these are the positions where people will be at. Not that anything will happen.
Not that we'd ever be boarded mid-flight and attacked by a load of demons or vampires or anything like that.
I don't know what you're on about.
No, that would do it. I mean, we've got like 3 floating fortresses in one here. Who would be so mad as to attack us?
Yeah.
4, actually.
4?
Well, I guess the 4th is a tower, but still.
I thought we got that one, and then the main one. Is there another one I'm missing?
Autumn.
Where?
Yeah,
Under
bottom,
the streets
bottom right.
of Woe.
Oh, what? That? Or am I looking wrong place?
You have there.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the palaces.
Oh.
I'm talking about like, the actual fact that this
Yeah, he means
little
these
flotilla is made up of like 3 parts, like 3 ships.
The separate buildings in the Wending Mists. Yeah.
How are these like connected, or are they not connected?
They are connected through the mists, and you will have to do some lore studies to see how exactly they are connected, because it's a Gunderhand thing.
Right. Okay.
It's chains. Let me just it's giant chains.
It's giant chain. Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Magic mists. Thurbrick doesn't know about magic mist. You tell him it's a big chain.
Yeah.
Sure, that makes sense. That is how you hold things together. Big chain.
Exactly.
Giant rubber bands.
Okay, I guess I will assign Jade Trinsdale to the mists. Because they look like a fighter. Given they've literally got a sword in their hand. So they are probably going to be very good at defending something that's very important. As much as I like and perhaps overstate the strategic importance of the Groggy Chum Chum. Losing the missiles that protect us from demons whilst flying through space, probably a bit more strategically important, as much of a disbelief that may be to the rest of you.
I'm glad you recognize the strategic importance of defenses against demons.
Slightly above the Groggy Chum Chum, only slightly. I guess. I mean, what does the third? I mean, I have to say the third Seneschal Palace. Annoyingly, just have to sit here in a palace, enjoy a life of luxury. What is this outrage?
Yeah, it's essentially its own ship almost. You have a large bedroom, you have a bathhouse, you have a common room, you have a guest room, you have several guest rooms actually, and you have a workshop. You have essentially everything that you would like.
There's the prisoner dungeon, there's the sex dungeon, there's another prisoner dungeon.
Yeah, there's a sex dungeon in which only
Or the
prisoners
prisoner
are allowed.
dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not animals.
No. And there's a kennel, by the way.
Oh, okay.
For dogs. Or prisoners,
Sure.
if you feel like it.
All prisoners. If they're into that kind of... If they're too weird for the sex dungeon, they go to the kennels.
Yeah.
I mean, this might be in the purview of Eldanesh, seeing as how he tortured
Yeah.
Lily.
That's true.
You
Though
might have
I feel like it would be a diplomatic faux pas to make the representative of another faction my jailer and torturer.
Oh no, I'm just saying you might have a few visits every now and then.
Okay. Alright, Eldanesh, off down to dungeons again.
It's my friend.
Cries of screams follow. Right, yes he is. And I guess Alcite Balsphere can look after the Groggy Chum Chum, but it doesn't feel like a grand responsibility I'm giving them.
That's fine.
I feel like they'd be insulted by like, right, I've given that woman in charge of defenses that keep us all alive. You can go look after Tavern.
You can put multiple NPCs on a place, by the way.
Right. Okay.
I mean, if you put him in Groggy Chum Chum, I mean, in reality, he is in charge of the morale of maybe the entire station. So that
What?
is
Yeah,
no.
can we get a breakdown of what exactly the Groggy Chum Chum is? 'Cause I'm assuming it's like a bar or tavern.
Yeah, it's the pub.
Okay, is it actually just the pub?
It's the pub, but it's the area of recreation and rest. Oh, and by the way, because these guys are in your faction, you would get a discount.
Excellent. Discount of the Groggy Chum Chum.
So, there you go.
I don't think you realize actually what benefits you might have with the Groggy Chum Chum. You have information gathering. You have
That's true.
relaxation and morale. You are in charge of the one place where you will naturally get the approval of the rest of the entire population.
I could start a riot by cutting off like the best beer at the
Who are
Groggy
gonna
Chum
cut?
Chum and then blaming it on someone else.
Yeah, rumor mongering can be a part of that. Essentially, everything related to tavern / rest and recreational districts can be done
I'm
there.
sorry, we've run out of the deluxe premium ale. It's all Eldanash's fault. He forgot to order more.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not a bad man.
I am
Uh,
the maker of
you
the
are.
wizard beer in the Magica and Remedies with the hops that grow on the magical mountain with my wizard
Well,
powers.
Again, it's a bit of political thinking, this, but as much as I dislike the evil cyborg robot man, I've given his missus quite important position, so hopefully he likes me a bit more, and that gives me more access to magical and remedies stuff.
Well, I mean, Eldanesh, maybe we can let Eldanesh appoint the mages because there is some drama between Mornath and certain people. Drama!
Me, I don't like him.
So, ironically, you can also appoint Commander Lane somewhere. So, Eldenesh, where do you appoint these people? These ones that are around you?
Right. So I'm in charge of these, except the Mornath.
You're also in charge of Mornath.
Oh. Must not. Generational trauma. Oh. So do I get to choose a palace as well then?
No, because you're not a seneschal.
You don't get a fancy palace.
What?
You can.
Don't be silly.
You can become a seneschal. But I think I also.
It's a Highlander rule, so have you got to kill the previous seneschal, take their power?
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
There is that, and I think also
right. Stay the fuck away from me, Eldenesh.
Out of game, I think I asked whether you wanted to be sort of the Space Marine kind of guy, and I think you said no, not necessarily at first. So I gave you the minor power, which in effect also makes you not a seneschal.
I see. That is why.
But if you want, sure, we can definitely retroactively change that.
We can have that as a working code in that case. We'll see.
Sure, cool.
But, also, to cut the head of Thurbrek, he needs to be, I don't know, 1 head higher, so cannot do that.
How dare you? That's wait until I get power armor, so I'm a bit taller. So which will be at like level 5, so we've got 3 more levels to go.
So, I am wondering, what exactly are the Streets of Woe?
Good question. Streets of Woe are essentially the department for rogues, operatives, information brokers. It's also where a bit more sleazy compartments of the fortress would be had, as well as the criminal side of things. It's essentially the labyrinthine aspects of Valorhold.
The underside.
Yeah.
Would you describe it of a wretched hole of scum and villainy?
Yeah, it's like Brixton.
Brixton? I was going to say it's Mos Eisley.
Alright, yeah, sure.
Star Wars.
That works.
Wretched hive of scum and villainy. You know, like Slough.
Yeah, or Amsterdam works as well. I mean, it's your typical sleazy streets where you can gamble, where you can arrange criminal activities, stuff like that.
Right.
And there might be some dark magic going on there.
Oh.
No, not dark magic.
Now hold up now. Let's not get hasty.
Necromancy, you say? It's just recycling.
So, magicka and remedies. I mean, obviously, it would probably entail magical items and whatnot. Is there... I mean, would this place also be in charge of, I don't know, let's say, researching new magical items and whatnot?
Of course.
Right. So, I think, if possible, Eldenesh would place Mr. Whitman in charge of the magicka and remedies. He seems like a learned man. He seems like a man of knowledge and progress. So hopefully, with him in charge, good things will happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do have literally a little bit of magic floating out from their hands in their little icon.
Exactly.
Yes. And let's see. I don't recognize this fella here. The man with a skull face and a fire.
That's essentially just a random dude that follows you, a magic guy.
Okay.
Has no, I haven't filled in what he exactly is yet.
All right.
He's your
Magic
magic
man.
bitch.
Yeah.
he's Skeletor. Okay, got it.
He's like a good Skeletor. Yeah, that's how far I got in the writing, truthfully.
I'll get you next time, Eldenesh.
What the hell? No.
I am not nice. Well, question: will Nell, or well, yeah, Nell, will she be able to place any people of her own, or is she in charge of anything herself? Because
private
I
Nell.
Yes, I am contemplating on placing someone in the streets of woe, but I feel like I don't want to infringe on something that could be very beneficial for Nell.
I mean, of course, out of game, you guys can discuss that, or in game, you could say, I'm going to recruit Nell as my advisor or something.
So Nell is not in charge like Thurbrek and Eldenish.
No, she particularly chose to be unknown, if I can say that, Darth.
Yes.
I see. Okay, well, in that case, we will place someone in the streets of woe. I'm not sure how well a cyborg would do. Or is he a cyborg or more of an AI? I mean, how is his cognitive? how does his mind work?
The
Do you
Morneth,
have a soul?
Morneth
Yeah.
7, you mean?
Yes.
He is a clone of Morneth the Drifter, the evil wizard, and he used to be sort of a backup personality of his, but essentially it's what would happen if ChatGPT took someone's brain and behaved like that. But there are some Morneth 7 are like the clone troopers, but then they're mages. They have a certain activation code within them, and are generally known to be aides, servants, and soldiers for magical factions such as yourselves. So Eldenesh would. All right, and that was our session. Man, this little dungeon looks cool. The Black Chambers. Where guys can get sliced up just like that, and there are people being tortured here, I suppose. It's pretty sick. I am pretty strong here, so that's good. At any rate, I'm gonna watch some old anime. If you wanna watch along and learn something about old anime, follow the channel. If you follow on later, I'll be playing some Dark and Darker as well, and I'll be having one of those slow motion Warhammer videos again. They seem to be really cool. So, and it's just fun to watch Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 in slow motion. It's a weird hobby of mine. Boom. Go on. Brianni's elite. Oh, wow. He blasted me. You see that? Well, and with that, I'd like to end the session. See you later, guys. On to the next video.